So we got this great guest for you, and I'm excited to have her with us. It's Sarah Bradford, and but she writes under the pen name S.J. Childs. So we're welcoming Sarah to the show, and I believe that she is here joining us now. Traven, do we have Sarah? Sarah, are you there? There she is. There she is. Sarah, good morning. Oh, I don't have your audio. But look at her gorgeous plants, first of all, and those fabulous books behind her. You guys are going to love this because her books are uniquely, it says it's connecting to audio, but
there we go.
Yay! I love it.
Hi.
We were just appreciating your plants. On top of being a wonderful writer, you apparently have a green thumb. Is that alive or is that a fake?
Yeah. I actually have about 20 in the house. I just didn't have enough room to put them all behind me.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they keep me feeling alive and well, and know that, there's good air going through the house. And
yeah,
so
that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And Sarah, we were just saying that you write under the pen name S.J. Childs.
Yes.
And that is where people, if you want to find her books, for instance, you can go to Amazon and go to S.J. Childs and you will be able to find, and I love that you've got them there. I want to talk about, because these books are amazing for our population. And they're amazing, period, but they're especially amazing for our population. But Sarah, let's start by talking a little bit about you and why these are the books that you decided to write.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a 10-year-old with autism. He was diagnosed at 16 months. And so we've been down this road for a long time now, I feel like. And I just saw the struggles that it was creating for people, the other children in the neighborhood who didn't understand DJ. Or we have a daughter, and, her friends, when they would come over, and kind of wanting to help them understand and help support him. And so I really wanted to write the books for everyone, to help them with our children. It's not that it can't help our children as well, but helping the world understand and support them is going to make a difference.
Well, I think what a wonderful mission that you're on, and what a wonderful way to do that. We've seen that kids are the best. Kids, yeah. When you explain something to a kid and explain love and acceptance to them in a way that's meaningful to the kids, then they carry that throughout their whole lives. We've already seen, having Julia on Sesame Street has led to kids having a better understanding and being more inclusive in their classrooms. So I love, 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 love this. Let's start going through. I love your little owl there too.
Oh yeah, my wise owl, right?
But so why don't you show the books to us one at a time, and let's talk. Do you mind taking them off the thing to show them?
Absolutely. Well,
so
yeah,
so that people can see that, because you've got an array of books. It's not like it's just one book. I love this.
And I have several more in the works. I'm so excited about just the journey we're going to be taking with this. It's
very cool.
Yeah.
So
this one's called Doug the Dyslexic Duck. And, unlike some of the books about autism, this one actually is for the child that might have dyslexia, that might not understand when they're reading. And it's my hopes that showing the different types, the way the letters can be written, or, can help them realize that they might need to ask for help, and they might need to get some help from their teachers or their parents, So that's what this book was set out for, was to just kind of give kids an idea of what dyslexia looks like for other children, and help them for themselves and support their peers as well. So
Wonderful. Okay. And again, all of these books are available right now on Amazon.com, but they can also go to your website too. What is your website?
Yeah, the website is sjchildsbooksforchildren.com. And it is, they are all posted on there. It's a blog website at this time. So that's what we have available. But
Wonderful.
yeah, they're all available. And you can see this one. I was so lucky. My husband also has Asperger's. So we have like some talented folks in this family.
I can imagine.
Yeah, he actually did all of the artwork in this book and the sketches. And this is a spray paint painting that he's done for this, and just incredible art. And we were able to just really work together to make these such a special thing for our family, and being able to share it with each other. And it's been so fulfilling.
And I love this because I do say that at a certain point, when people first come into the autism community, you're running to catch up. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. But at a certain point, I think people find their place in the autism community and how they're going to contribute. And I love that this is how you and your family have decided to contribute. And it's meaningful for you, but it's meaningful for us. What a great way to be.
Thank you.
Show us another book.
Okay, so that was, I'll go in the order they came out. So that was the first one. The second one is called Anna the Kitten, and it's a book about physical differences, because both of my children share the same physical difference of myself. We have these little tiny ears, and we were just born with these little tiny ears. And in my lifetime, I grew up with some struggles with that and some judgments of others and things. And it was so important for me to let my sweet little girl know that differences don't matter. Differences make you special. Differences make you, able to tell a different story in the world. And everyone is different, of course, but I wanted her to just know that she could be proud to be herself. So that's the message of this book, is just to be proud to say I'm me.
Wonderful. What a great message. And did your husband do all this artwork too?
The rest of them are actually graphic design. So we hired an illustrator for the rest, but it just takes some time for these ones. So we'll see some more from him in the future.
Okay, cool. Now everybody's wanting to make sure that they know your name and where to get the books. Because you do write under a pen name, and right now on the screen it says Sarah Bradford. So we want to make sure that everybody knows it's S as in Sam, J as in jump, Childs with an S at the end, S.J. Childs. And you can find the books on Amazon if you put in S.J. Childs.
Yeah, there's Kindle versions as well as paperbacks available. So if you have a Kindle at home and you want to download it and read it right there with your kids, it's available to do so. So we'd love to, have you that available too.
And Traven, I've made your owl drop. I want to say too, Traven has added the link in the comments, and people are saying, wow, these are great. So I love this. And you had this wonderful display, and I'm making you take it all apart, but we're loving getting to see them up close. So what is this one?
This was so special to me because this one was written for my best friend's son. This is Jack the Dog, a book about Down syndrome. And this book is all about how to understand Down syndrome, what to know about the different chromosomes and what is a chromosome, perhaps, I talk about that in the book. And I made sure in several of these books to add a question and answer at the back so that we can really get some information. And, knowledge is what's going to help us out there. So knowledge will help these children support their peers and, be kind. And this one is just about how no matter what challenges he faces, love is the only he gives is just love, love, love. And it was so exciting to be able to make this for them. So yeah, that was a real special one.
Okay. What else? Because I know there's more.
We did the DJ. DJ is my son, and these books are based on him. And so, you know, for some, I understand that it might not be like every child out there with autism, but this is like my child. This is exactly our story. And so this
DJ, the bear, a book about a bear with autism. I love it.
And in this book, it really tells how we came to understand how to help him. We understood what his struggles looked like and how they could seem different for the world. And how when everyone was smiling and he was frowning, it wasn't because he didn't want to smile, but that he just, you know, didn't really know how to communicate with us at that time. So we, you know, through lots of therapies and lots of trial and error, diet changes, he is now verbal, and he's been speaking since about 4. So yeah, it was quite an incredible journey with him. So, and now he's able to kind of tell us more of his needs and his struggles, and we're able to help him so much more now. So
I just want to share that people are just writing in and saying, wow, these are great. Somebody says, I love the use of animals. Somebody said, I just followed you on Amazon. I have a kiddo with selective mutism, childhood anxiety disorder, and one with Rett syndrome on top of my son with autism. So these are perfect. Wonderful. And I gotta say, I love the graphics are beautiful, and they're lush, and they're colorful, and they're big. And I love the type, because the type that you have is nice and big, so that when you're teaching reading and you've got the text, so often now the children's books, it's got these beautiful pictures, and then it has these itty bitty little words, and I'm like, who is that for?
Yes.
You got all this white on the page.
Yeah.
You know, so I love the way you've set it up. It's beautiful. Now, did we get through? I feel like there's more.
There's 2 more.
Okay.
This is a really great special one too. So we have a special guy in our life named Santa Claus, and he brings this little DJ guy so much joy. And it was actually Halloween, but I converted it to Christmas. During last Halloween, you know, every time going out trick-or-treating, it's always a struggle to answer people's questions. Like, why, you know, won't he grab the candy? Why doesn't he want this? Why is he asking questions? And it's so hard as a mom to go out feeling like you have to just make excuses for your child the entire time. So last year I had an idea that we would make his costume, and we always go as a family, like in a family theme. And so we went last year, and I'm trying to think of what we went as, but Garfield, that's right. We were the Garfield characters. But I put a little sticker on DJ's chest that said, I have autism, please be patient. And it was incredible. The neighbors were so friendly, so kind. They answered all of his strange little questions. You know, how old are you? What's your initials? What year were you born? You know, he has his list of questions he needs to get into people. So, and they were so open and willing to do that, unlike other years where I felt, like I said, I was making excuses for why he was different. And so this time, I decided to put it in a book and show that, you know, giving the public that information can not only be helpful for yourself, but also for your child. Yes. So that other people around are just patient and understanding. And, you know, I know that all parents won't want to put labels on their children, and I completely understand that, but it definitely worked for us, and it really helped everyone around us be so comforting and supporting.
And while I agree with you, I don't think everybody's going to want to put a label on their child, but you know what you did, Sarah, by putting that label on him, it opened people's minds to the fact that maybe I don't know what's going on. And maybe someday, I hope in our lifetimes, our kids will be able to walk around through a neighborhood without a sticker and have everybody be kind anyway. But
Absolutely.
just like how we do when we're teaching things, first we have to prompt and then we fade the prompting. So I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. So what you got one more, I know.
Is Wiley the Worried Worm, and it's a book about anxiety.
All right, everybody take a breath, because aren't you excited that that's included, right? Everybody needs this one.
This is my personal challenge in life, and so I just went ahead and kind of let children know this is what anxiety feels like. This is what it looks like. This is what you might be feeling inside. And if they are having these feelings, what a better way to be able to say, Mom, I'm having this feeling in my tummy or in my chest. I think it might be anxiety. How can you help me, with this problem I have? And I just think it's just such great knowledge for kids to have. And of course, we put in here some ways to cope. Counting down, of course, breathing exercises. You see the little worm here on his yoga mat, trying to slow down and slow his body and his breathing down. And it just really talks about how you can't worry about all of the things that you cannot see or have control over. You can only control your own self. And hopefully that will really help kids to be able to do that and to get help from the people they need to, out there. So
the truth is, Sarah, we all need that book, especially right now.
That's right. Amazing. Yeah.
So these books are incredible. You've mentioned that you've got more in the works.
Yes.
And somebody said that they've already followed you, and somebody else has already ordered 4 books, excuse me. Wow. So that's amazing. I think it's incredible what you're doing. And I want to encourage people, so you can go find her under the pen name S.J. Childs on Amazon to order the books and get them shipped to you. But tell us what your website is again, Sarah.
S.J. Childs Books and sjchildsbooks.com. Sorry, I think I said the whole name of my Facebook page last time. So just sjchildsbooks.com. Well,
I was going to get to the Facebook page too. So let's talk about what that is, because that's also a great way to follow and know when there's new books coming.
Absolutely. We try to, update that with our books as whenever they're coming out and do some things about that. So that one is S.J. Childs Books for Children. That's where you can find it on Facebook.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And I'm just making sure that I got all the questions there. Yeah. So, and we've got people writing in about the jargon. I'm going to address that in just a second. Don't go anywhere for that. But Sarah, this is really remarkable. And I love that this was part of how you and your family decided to channel your energy and your talents, not only to help you and to help your kiddos, but to help your community right around you. And then you shared it with everyone. This is like, something that we can all learn from. I know that there are people out there that are like, I just don't know how I fit into the autism community. But there was a day when you didn't know.
Absolutely.
And then you decided to write these books. And like, when you decided, was it just you were going to write one book, or did you decide, hey, I'm going to write a series of books?
Oh, it was like 6 years ago. In fact, I wrote the book for my daughter about the little ears, and it was just on Book Creator, which is a free book site for teachers and kids. And I was just playing about and shared it with a few family members, and they just absolutely loved it. And they said, you need to do more with this. So I, kind of sat down and I love to write. And so I was able to just write a lot of these. And all of these books are in a poem form, basically. They're all very poetic and they flow, and it makes it so much fun for kids to read and to listen to. And so, yeah, then I just started kind of deciding what characters would go with which, which people, and then started matching them up and going from there. I probably sent about 150 books to publishers and was turned down by everyone. So that's when I hit Amazon on the self-publishing route. So
I tell you, sometimes the publishers don't understand what we need. And this has resonated greatly with our audience. One of the parents wrote in and said, I need the anxiety book for me. Somebody else said, I need these. Love how it's so inclusive to so many kiddos who are special needs and NT kids, the neurotypical kids. Yeah, absolutely. So, if publishers don't get it, I'm glad that we live in an age where we don't have to deal with them.
Me too.
That they don't have to tell us what it is that we need to consume. But you are amazing, and I love what you're doing, and I can't wait to see what more you do with these. I sort of would love for Danny Bowman, who does animation, to see these, because I think she would love them too. Because I can see these being animated.
I would love for that to happen. I've reached out. I've had a few conversations with some people on some collaboration ideas. Good. Doing one possibly with sign language, and doing, kind of like a signing times book read along. And so I have some exciting, hopefully, things in the pipeline coming up, and working on a lot of projects.
Well, it's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that we got connected and had an opportunity to see the books. Again, go to her pen name is S.J. Childs. You can find them on, so it's child with an S on the end, plural, yes. Right? Because sometimes people are listening on iTunes and they're like, what did she say? S.J. Childs at Amazon. And then you can also find her website, and she's also on Facebook. Go and follow her so that you can keep track of what she's doing. Sarah, thank you so much for being here and for doing these amazing books for our community and for the world, because there really are for everyone.
Well, we have actually about 200 book orders since August is when we started last August, and it is global. We have books in Brazil and in, some other countries. And so, yeah, it's really exciting how it's grown so far.
But I also mean too, these aren't just for our kiddos. Like, these are great gifts when you're going to a birthday party for one of the kiddos that your child goes to school with, who's not on the spectrum. But these are just great books to give kids. I know that every year the American Library of whatever it is, education, picks certain books to put into libraries and school libraries. These should be chosen.
I agree. I do want to be able to get into some schools and possibly get these books into schools, because that's where they're going to be the most important and the most impactful. Lucky for us, I donated all of the books, a copy of all of our books to my daughter's second grade class this year. And boy, they were a hit. She came home and she says, "Mom, kids are fighting left and right for your books." So
I love it. And that just improves the culture of that class. Come on, that you made the world a better place, one classroom at a time. So if sometimes parents like to donate books to schools, order two, one for your family and one for your child's school. What a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
Well, we are out of time, but Sarah, I want to thank you so much. S.J. Childs, you guys, on Amazon. You can get them shipped to you today. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.